Hi, this is Shannah, and this is the full moon reading. We're going to see what you're manifesting right now. So we have three possibilities. We have pile 1, we have pile 2, and we have pile 3. So take your time to choose your pile, and I'll see you in a couple of moments. So if you chose pile number 1, this is your reading. So, what is the full moon message for you? What are you manifesting? First of all, we have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Then we have the 5 of Cups in reverse. And then we have the Magician. This is really, really positive. We have 2 5s, and this is movement. And 2 5s, add up to 10, and then we have 1 and we have 11. So it's like you are getting into the next level. You're going into a higher version of yourself. You're going into a higher level. And what you're transforming, what you're leaving behind is sadness, is the feeling of inadequacy, is the feeling of not belonging, the feeling of being less than, the feeling of being inferior. Because here it could be that some of you have or still struggle with the feeling of being inferior, of not being accepted. And maybe you actually not being accepted. Maybe you surround yourself with people who do not get you. And, this reminds me of this story of the ugly duckling, right? Convinced that he was a duck and trying to belong, and always being rejected until he realizes that he's actually a swan. And I have the feeling pile number 1, this is your story, or it's one of your stories. And you're always trying to belong, you're always trying to be part of the mechanism, but you always do the odd one out. You're always the one who's a bit strange, who's the, sees the world in a different way, maybe you have your very own special sense of humor. Maybe you're someone who, you can see beyond the surface, you can see beyond the facade. And you cannot really fit into the status quo. You're really different. And the thing is, this is the big miracle here, and this is what you're manifesting. You are discovering this, you are accepting this, and you're owning up. You are freeing yourself from these chains of wanting to belong, of trying to force yourself to belong. Maybe you even, conceal or try to conceal some parts of your personality, or even try to, fake other parts of personality so that you are accepted or you're not judged or so on. And this has caused you a lot of grief in the past, but you're leaving this behind. You're rising up. This is fantastic. And you empowering yourself, you're understanding how wonderful you are, how unique you are, and you're going your own way. And it's like I said, you're getting to the next level of your life, to the next level of your existence, in the sense that you are the master of your universe. You're the captain of your ship, and you're just not letting anyone put you down, or not letting anyone take a hold of your heart in a negative way. This is what I see here next in your life is, so the dogs bark, but the caravan moves on, right? So people can say or try to do what they want, but you're so strong right now. You're getting stronger and stronger, and you're healing so many complexes that you may have, and so many old and outdated beliefs that no matter what people try to do or say, you're just not affected by it. You just go your own way, because you have everything you need in order to be happy and to be fulfilled. This is amazing, pile number 1. Then we have here the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. And we're celebrating a full moon, another full moon in Virgo. So in the tropical structure, I would say. So we're having a full moon in Virgo. I haven't checked what is the sidereal one because I don't really follow this. But it's full moon, and full moon has always a great impact. But take inspired action. It's still with inspired action. It's like, what do you feel like doing? You know, who do you feel who you really are? Who are you really? You know, are you someone who gets stuck in feelings of resentment and feelings of being small? Or you're someone who takes, you know, that rises up and uses your talent for something that really makes you happy. So it's really let your being, let your soul guide you, and let it show you the way. This is really, really nice. So at the end of a tough cycle approaches, that's what we said earlier. There's not much more to say there, just really, really good news. And then we have here 23 that add up to a 5. So 5 must be a really important number for you right now. And it is, because there's of change. And change sometimes is not easy, right? It can be a bit agitated, so to say. But it's change, it's moving forward. And this is what you need right now. And here's like, we have this card saying here, gratitude. And it's also leaving an old self, an old way of being behind you, and it's almost a feeling of being reborn. And gratitude here is also, what I'm getting is counting your blessings in the most positive way you can think of. Like, really, instead of focusing on the negative, instead of focusing on what makes you feel bad or small or silly or inadequate, focus on all the blessings that you have, on the good friends, family members that you love, good things that happen to you, your talents, all of these things, because at the end of the day, you'll have such a long list of wonderful things and wonderful people around you that these things or people that annoy you, they don't count at all. So it's like the cards are inviting you to not give them too much of your time or your feelings. Yeah. So pile number 1, this was a quick reading, and this was your message from the full moon, and this is what you're manifesting right now. So have a wonderful time full of love. Thank you. So if you chose pile number 2, this is your reading. Put this to the side. Now, your full moon reading. What are you manifesting? Pile number 2. First of all, we have the 6 of Pentacles. We have the 2 of Cups in reverse. And then we have the Queen of Swords. Wow, this is really, really interesting and a bit unexpected, the way the cards are laid. Because there seems to be like a contradiction here on some level, but it's actually quite fluid, the whole thing. What we have here with the 6 of Pentacles, it's really bringing balance, like many of you know, like bringing balance, bringing equality to a situation. So what I get here from all of these 3 cards together is actually independence. Some of you, and please do take this as it resonates, some of you are wanting to break free from a partnership, from a connection. This could be related to love, but could also be related to work or even friendship. But there's this very strong need to break free from it, right? And because you want equality. So what does this mean? This means you probably are in a situation, be it at work or in love, or like I said, friendship. You may find yourself in a situation where you feel probably taken advantage of, or there is not an equal give and take, and that you're not acknowledged, you're not seen. Yeah, that's the feeling I have here. You're not being seen for the wonderful queen that you are. And this is the moment, the some of you may already be, experiencing this, or you'll be experiencing this really soon. The moment where you say it's enough already. And you see here, like, heads have to roll. But you don't have to commit murder. I hope you don't. Please don't. It's just like cutting away people from your life, cutting cords. Because sometimes this connection doesn't even have to be like a physical connection. It can be someone that you cannot forget. It can be someone that you're obsessing over. And I know, like, when we say obsessing over, it sounds really negative. But, all of us do it in one way or the other, sooner or later, Those who never experienced it, well, they're very blessed. Good for them. But what I was going to say, but it could be that you're in this situation and you want to cut the cords. You want to cut these energetic cords because you have the feeling that you are the one giving all the energy. You are the one who's thinking about this person, concerned about this person or situation or whatever, but you're not getting anything back, or at least not in a way that you would like to, not in a way that nourishes you. And so this is now the decision to say, enough, I don't want it anymore. And like I said, this could be like a more like a telepathic connection or a 5D connection. It could be really a 3D connection. Either way, you're just saying it's enough. You don't want any of it. It's like you don't want just this looking really pretty for the outside as a facade or as a dream. You want reality. But since this reality, it's not coming, not the way you want it, then you are cutting it. And you are doing this with all your might, all your power, because you are getting that power back. You are getting that energy back. And, and being the empowered queen that you are. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, okay? You're being the empowered queen here. And she has a sword in the hand, so she has the power, really. Now, but let's see here. Then we have nothing is yet set in stone, mutable moon. And then we have full moon. And this is a full moon reading, so it's really appropriate. Full moon in Aquarius. And Aquarius is really like the energy of swords because this is air energy. And it's being like more, I was going to say mental, but mental also means crazy, right? But be it more of your mindset, using your mind. And I think that's also here, cutting like the emotions. It's like you've been a slave for the of emotions for quite a while. And I'm saying slave because if it's something that you're always giving, and it's just a habit of giving, that's the attribute I'm talking about, right? And you are finishing this. You are seeing things for what they are. And of course, nothing is yet set in stone. So in the sense, even if things are not going your way or you're not getting the results you'd like yet, doesn't mean that you won't get it in the future. But the thing is, the most important thing, and we have water and water, this is quite nice here. The most important thing here is really you being real, you being true to yourself, you being authentic. And that's what I was saying earlier, because sometimes to please other people, I was saying that to pile number 1, sorry, but here is a similar subject. So sometimes to please other people, we... I was going to say pretend to be someone we're not, but sometimes we do it even unconsciously. So it's not a plan. It's not a way of manipulating other people. We could say it is a survival mode. It's a survival strategy. But, but at the end of the day, it's not very fulfilling because we're pretending to be something that we're not. Maybe we pretend to be extra nice, or we pretend to be extra submissive, or we pretend to be tough, and distant, so that people either leave us alone or accept us or invite us to parties or something like that. So everyone has a different strategy, and there's no wrong and there's no right. It's only the question here is, does it fulfill you? Does it make you happy in the long run? And that's why this card here is asking you to be real. So what do you really want? Who are you really? And how do you want to be loved? By what kind of people do you want to be approached? And, in what kind of groups do you want to be in? Yeah, and it's like with the mutable moon, this is also that this is changing. You're also changing from within. So you're kind of rediscovering yourself, rediscovering your power. Really beautiful. Then we have here number 8, the path. Yeah, and this is like, you've been staring at your path for a long time, or staring at a decision you want to make, or the next move you want to make for a long time, but you haven't really had the courage to do it. But the courage is coming. You will do it your own way. And if it takes a bit longer, if it takes a little bit more of time, if you need that to be sure, if you need that to have the courage, don't worry, because you will do it. You will have the courage. You will take that step, and you will break free from connections that are toxic to you or that are not supportive or loving. And you will find your own path, and then you will find your own tribe, the people that really love you, the people that really want you around for who you are. With no buts, with no words, no, nothing like that. It's who you are completely, and you don't have to apologize, excuse, or explain yourself constantly. This is quite important for many of you who chose pile number 2. But your path is opening up, and you are going to move forward. So pile number 2, this was your reading. I hope it resonates. I hope it inspires you. And I wish you a wonderful time full of love. Thank you. So if you chose pile number 3, this is your reading. So full moon message, full moon reading. What are you manifesting right now? Pile number 3. Let's put this over here. So let's see. First of all, we have the 8 of Wands. Then we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. Interesting. And then we have the 3 of Wands. Oh. This is interesting. So, I find really interesting because the Knight of Wands is in reverse, right? Because the Knight of Wands is also movement forward and passionate, but it's here on its head. So the energy is there, and usually I would say the energy is blocked, but that's not the vibe I get from you, pile number 3. I don't think this energy is blocked. You're waiting. You are waiting for something. There's a movement forward. There's the energy to move forward. You are open. You are also communicating with foreign countries. So you're in contact with a lot of people from foreign countries, of course, foreign to your country, of course. There's something here about communication, something spreading, something getting bigger. It's like the momentum is increasing, and it wants to expand. Yeah, what I get here is a lot of expansion. But here with the Knight of Wands, first of all, you don't want to be like a one-hit wonder, no matter what kind of project or what kind of situation in your life is. You don't want it to be something fleeting. You don't want something just passing and then gone it is. But it doesn't seem to be that way because here of the 3 of Wands. And funnily enough, like you've noticed, we have just Wands here. So there's a lot of fire, a lot of passion. But what we also have here with Wands is a lot of creativity. So one thing that I get here as well is like some of you may be having difficulties in channeling this energy. You're probably feeling this energy, especially today with the full moon, for instance. You're feeling this energy, but it may be difficult for you to channel it. So you're actually here with the Three of Wands. You're waiting for something. You're waiting for a sign. This is what I'm getting. Waiting for a sign, for an idea, for the inspiration to come. But you're already working. It's not that you're idle. It's not that you're lazy or procrastinating. Not really. But something here. Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Because let's turn this around. I'm going to explain it. Yeah. Why did I say I see? Because if we look like at the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands is like, has this energy of look at me, right? I'm at this on the center stage. I'm the center of attention. Look at me. Look, I'm on a horse with a horn, and I've got this thing that burns fire. Something like that. But it's like this look at me energy, right? All eyes on me. And now, and this is a unicorn, a horse unicorn. Beautiful. And what we have here then on in reverse, then yeah, I could say now that could be a blockage. But it's not really a blockage from the outside world. And it's not... It's something that is keeping you from showing yourself. Keeping you, for instance, to show yourself, for instance, on YouTube or on Instagram, like showing your face, showing your work, showing your person or personality. There's something here that you feel hindered, you feel inhibited, you feel shy. I would say shy, really. There's something here that's some kind of fear of not being accepted or being ridiculed or even persecuted, you know. But I don't see the danger of persecution. I think it's really like this is not, because this is not a major arcana. So this is something that you could easily turn around. And it's actually with the cards, because this is Wands, it's like just taking the risk, you know, go for it. Because Three of Wands is also the ship's returning, right? So actually, if you take the risk and use this energy to do what you really want to do, you'd be surprised of how positive the returns would be, how positive the reaction to your work, to your project, to your talent, to your beauty. You would be surprised. Because this here is always the promise of good returns, of profits, of success. Beautiful. Let's see here. Then we have, look, perfect. Show the world the real you, and it's full moon in Aquarius. So another full moon. Oh, another full moon, indeed. Full moon in Pisces. Forgive. So what I see here for you, pile number 3, is with this forgive and show the world the real you. What I see here is healing. Yeah, healing of your self-image, healing of the way you see yourself, of the way you perceive yourself, of the way you feel about yourself. Quite important, because for you, pile number 3, there may be here a theme of shame, of feeling shame, being ashamed either of who you are or how you look. Doesn't have to be for everyone, okay? So please do take it as it resonates. But I see here is like this self-healing or healing of the self. There's a part of you that's going to be integrated, that's going to become a power. You know, what used to be weakness is a strength, is then your secret power. Wow. And you're someone who's also very intelligent here with the full moon in Aquarius, and someone very intuitive. So you have the best of both worlds. You have like the science and the magic, for instance. Yeah, and it's like really like taking this energy, dancing with this energy. For some of you, dancing would be also quite important. But it's all about showing yourself. It's all about healing these damaged parts. And it's probably easier than you think. I think you just have to take the risk, and follow your impulse. You're going to be protected. That's what I get here with this unicorn horse, that you're protected, and that you yourself, you're really, really magical. This is what I'm getting here. And with this forgive card, I'm also getting it's not only forgiving yourself and integrating like this kind of shadow side of you, but it's also forgiving people that made you feel sad, made you feel ugly, made you feel stupid, made you feel untalented. Being able to forgive that and let it go. Let go of any resentment, sadness, and this is a process, but this is your manifesting. So what I'm saying here is not you have to do, because you don't have to do it, but you are doing it. You are manifesting this. You are healing. You are letting go, and you are turning this Knight of Wands the right way up. Then the last card is trust. And again, like the number 32. So it's a 5, which also the number of change, right? And we had 8 plus 3 is 11. Funny, because this 5 was an important number for pile 1, and 11 as well. Yeah. So it's also like getting to another level of existence, another level of being. Of awareness and self-awareness here in your case especially. And you see, like you kind of hide in a bubble. You're not taking the risks. You're not, let me go back. You're not following your passions, because it was in reverse, because you want to feel safe. But what this card wants to tell you is that you're already safe. No matter what you do, no matter where you go, you are safe. You don't have to hide, because you're always protected. Always. And this, pile number 3, was your message. I hope it resonates. I hope it inspires you. And I wish you a wonderful time full of love. Thank you.